Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I'm the Gentleman and welcome to another episode of the Gentleman's Pixel Club. If you are watching this on the day this video is released, happy June the 15th to you. We are halfway through the year, halfway towards another Christmas, and I absolutely cannot wait to have the nightmare and the ball ache of trying to find Christmas games to play because there isn't really that many of them. But what are we playing today? Well, we're going to go back in time, sort of. When this channel first came out, we played Deathchase on the MiSTer FPGA on the Sinclair Spectrum. You can see me there right at the end of this video, scoring 27,449 points, and we are going to be replaying that experience today. But this is a modified version of this game. So there's a gentleman out there and he has a Patreon, and on this Patreon what he does is he creates new games, fantastic games, excellent games, and also modifies old games. So just to put this in a little bit of perspective, I want to show you what's been done on this game so you can see the challenge that's ahead of me. This is the artwork, this is a cassette of the original game, but we don't want to have a look at that, no. We want to get rid of that, and I'm going to bring up a little video here. And this video is both versions of Deathchase, which have been started at exactly the same frame. And I pre-recorded this before we did the video. We've got the original one on one of these screens, and we've got the updated version on another one of the screens. The graphics look exactly the same, but you'll see one of them is significantly faster, significantly harder by the looks of things, and at this point of the game where it starts off that hard, and that wasn't the night version of level 1 you will see in sector 1, we are in for a nightmare of a game. So hopefully we can have some fun playing this game together. There will be no viewers' comments on this video because I'm doing this at a slightly different time of the day that I normally do this, but we will flip and I will show you the Patreon so you at least get an idea of where you can go to download this. You know, if you choose to want to have a look at this, you'll have to pay a couple of quid to be a subscriber, but you know what, he does some great work, Happy Coding, and this is not an advert for him, but it is an advert for him because I'm not paid to do this, but quality work is worth subscribing to Patrons. Anyway, let's get into this game. The score here, we're going to be playing on the keyboard, is to be 27,000 points, and you saw, if you were paying attention and if you know this game, you know how, oh god, how much faster the first bit looked. And you know, I did struggle with this. It took me a couple of goes to get those videos right, and I used to be okay at Deathchase, and sweet holy mother of fuck, you know, this is I don't know how I managed to get that helicopter, but and I'm dead already. You know, I would sail through this on the original Deathchase. You know, oh damn it, gone again. You know, it is fast, it is stupidly fast, and I don't think I can get anywhere near that score that I had there. And I was a good Deathchase player on the one before they gave it a whole load of cocaine and acid and made it work really fast. Yeah, it really feels like I'm on a much later level. The object is simple. The object is simple of this game. You've basically got to go through the forest. You're weaving through the forest on your bike, and gone again. So you're weaving through the forest on the bike, and you've basically got to kill the enemy bikers. You've got an accelerate key. You've got fire, which I'm just holding down, and you can kind of steer the missiles a little bit, and you've literally got a left and right. And this version of Deathchase, you know, has been labelled on the Patreon as Deathchase Turbo, Deathchase Turbo. So when I do the posters for this, for the videos and everything else, I'll call it Deathchase Turbo because that's what the modified version is called. But this it's very hard to hit that bike. The Patreon URL is scrolling on the bottom of the screen at the moment, so you know where to go for this, you know. But this is an absolute piss poor score that I've got here, you know, in terms of the first gameplay. You know, I should have got to at least level 3 or 4. The helicopters and the tanks don't shoot back at you, so you can shoot them, they explode, and you get the little pieces fly everywhere. I'm getting into the swing of things now, but you know, we are only on day 2, and if you flip back to the original video, you know, you'll see that, you know, this is just so much more chaotic than the original version. You can get a couple of quick things like I did there, where you can shoot 2 bikes very quickly, but that's not the norm that you can do this. But it is relentless. There is no rest. Tanks give a good bonus points, helicopters give a good bonus points, but you know, you've got to clip them, and while you're steering through the trees, you know, it's just an absolute nightmare. And I noticed, dear God, I noticed the speed and the difference in this game. That other tank came through a lot quicker than what you would normally expect. Usually there's a bit of a bigger gap for them, so there might be some mileage in actually being able to get a few more points a bit more quickly. I cannot believe that I'm at 11,000 points already. I'm wondering here, is there actually a difference in terms of how your score goes up because it's moving so much faster? This is so fast compared to the original version. Come on, don't want to die, want to get you. I might actually manage to cheese this and do really well, and get to sector 8. I don't think that's really going to be possible. Or no, it just felt, here we go. It's starting to get very, very difficult now. And trust me, it is difficult. That was a lucky shot that I got those 2 bikes. I love conversions of games. I love pretty much all the stuff that the Patreon at Happy Coding has done. Look, Tank there, 2,000 points. That was shit good. I'm so pleased with that. We could be doing okay. It's famous last words here, but we could be doing okay. I suppose if I can just try and survive these levels and keep getting tanks and helicopters, but I am damn it, and I lost one. I'm at a huge risk of wrecking all my lives, and I don't really want to be doing this. Point of note: when you're shooting, it all starts to go wrong. Fuck it. When you were shooting the bikes, you can only shoot them when you're at maximum speed. I've scored 20,000 points, but let's be brutally honest here. I have not got very far into this game at all. It was level 3, sector 3, because you have a day-night cycle that you have there. So really, I have not moved too far ahead in that game. So let's kick it off again. Another go on the keyboard. I prefer keyboard on a lot of games, but I use the joystick on them. But this is one game that the joystick is absolute paramount. Shit. Trying to play this on the Kempston joystick was a nightmare from hell. And I have tried it. Can I get you? I missed you. I have tried that in the past, and it just does not work. Right, watch those bikes. They suddenly get big, and when they get big to that shape where they are now, literally they just popped into frame at the largest shape. That's when you can get them. That's when you can get them. Otherwise, you could be shooting them, but only when you're up close will you hit them. So we're in sector 2 now. 8 sectors for this. I once was really stupid. I had this game, and I was talking to a friend about it many years ago, and I will always remember my intense stupidity. And he was one of, come on, can I get the tank? Yes, I got the tank. He was one of these people that was a real pain in the ass. Had to have done everything better than you, had to have done everything faster than you, had to have done everything smarter than you. And I told him that I'd finished this game, and he didn't believe me. And I said I finished it. I got to the end, and he asked what happened. Well, can I get you? Oh no, I can't get you. I was trying to get that for another 2,000 points. He asked what happened, and I wouldn't tell him. And he actually was pretty damn smart, for one of the most annoying people to ever exist at that point in my life. And what he said, that got a little bit close. What he said to me was, gentlemen. No, he didn't call me gentleman, let's be really clear here, but for the purpose of this conversation, he said, gentlemen, what was the free game you got when you completed Deathchase? And I said, no, I didn't get a free game. What are you talking about? And he goes, yeah, you do. You basically get a free game. It gives you the message and the address to write to. And I said, no, it doesn't. It does blah, 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 blah. And, he was, aha, got you. So inadvertently, through his a little bit of scheming, dumb me, he managed to con the gentleman, which wasn't actually ever that hard to do because I'm not the sharpest tool in the box. He managed to con me to find out what the end of the game was. Oh dear God, this is getting a little bit tragically hard. I'm going to be saying that a lot on this video, but honestly, this is, this game here though, this game was one of the first games that I ever saw when I had a ZX Spectrum that I didn't own. And how did I see it? I will always remember there was an advert for this game in Crash, on the first edition of Crash, and oh my fucking God, I wanted this game. And I was in a world where my parents barely allowed me to have a computer, and the only reason I still believe to this day that I was allowed to have the computer was they believed that I was going to be this bedroom coder to make them millions and stuff like this, and all I wanted to do was play bloody games. But it was there, and it took me a long time to be able to get this from when I saw the advert in Crash, and it did not disappoint. And this game came out, oh, dead. So this game came out, as you see on the screen, in 1983, and this is one of the best Star Wars games that is not a Star Wars game. You know, this is one of the best games that, you know, effectively, you know, should be a Star Wars game. You know, the speeder bike things from Return of the Jedi, but it's not. So I have a request. Happy Coding, you have modded some great games on the Sinclair Spectrum. You have done some brilliant things on the Sinclair Spectrum. My request is a simple one, but one that I hope you will consider. I want you to make this into a Star Wars version of Deathchase. Deathchase Star Wars. Deathchase, RX, whatever you choose to call it. Think of what you can do. A little graphic change here, you can change, and I say little because it's not me that's doing the work, you can change what I'm riding here to a speeder bike. The enemy bikes, you can change to enemy speeder bikes. You know, a very subtle change, but you can do that. The graphics, maybe you could have a Death Star, you know, in the background, in the sky at night, for want of a better word. But the tanks could be changed to maybe a Walker or something else like that. You know, these bullets that we're firing here could be changed to a laser. The helicopters could be changed to, I don't know, maybe a TIE fighter or something like that, you know, and maybe other things could be added in here, you know, maybe, and now I'm really bloody reaching, but you know, this game came out in 16K, and when I look at what you did with Manic Miner and the great versions here, your Manic Miner Trick or Treat, imagine, shit God, the lighting effects you could do there based on what you've already done, and how this is balls hard already. You know, I'm talking quite contemplative. Well, that wasn't a right word. As I said, I'm talking quite good, but no, I'm talking reasonably well while I'm looking to play this game. But you know, imagine the lighting effects from Manic Miner Trick or Treat. You know, you do all your stuff, you know, on your Patreon. You will do what you choose to do. But as a gentleman at the Gentleman's Pixel Club, if you watch this video, and please, I hope you do, but it's a little bit late, I have one request. Please, make this into a Star Wars version of the game. You know, this is the Forest of Endor. You know, this needs speeder bikes. This needs walkers. This needs TIE fighters. This needs a little Death Star in the background. This needs things switched to lasers. And if you really want to go balls out, you know, put the Star Wars tune in the background, if it's possible to do that. You know, I'm not a coder, so I don't know. So I'm saying, hey, do this. But it's not me that I'm asking to do this. You know, do all kinds of Star Wars skin stuff with this, because this will be the best Star Wars game that never came out if you choose to do this. And honestly, it will be the dog's bollocks. And I've looked at everything that you've done before, your great Bruce Lee conversions, you know, especially the Manic Miners, because I'm a big fan of Manic Miner. You have done some brilliant stuff there as we enter Sector 4, and you know, I hope that you will consider doing a little switch here, you know, doing a little switcheroo on some of the graphics, some of the things that you could do here, you know, for an old man like me, for a gentleman like me, and it would make me so happy. So just accelerate again. So I'm now going to be focusing on just constant firing like I'm doing, but trying to just stay alive, and points will make prizes, because I want to beat 27,000 points on this much harder version there. You know, normally I would have kind of done a little bit of a steer to get to those tanks, but it's all about staying alive. I know I've got to head to the right to get that bike there that's now gone to the left. Oh, come on, just stay still. You want to die. You know you want to die. And what you could also do, maybe, you know, if you could make a Star Wars conversion of this, what about, fuck it, the tree got in the way. What about a little tweak where once in a while the bikes fire back? Oh, man, it got me. 22,000. So we're slowly getting there. We're going to do keyboard again, and off we're going to go. And this really is have one more go. Yes, I've given myself a goal, because, you know, I want to, you know, get past the high school. I want to get past 27,000 points. So maybe what I need to be doing is going for the maximum points on every level. And what the maximum points on every level is going to be, you know, get the helicopters, get the tanks, and I miss without blowing up the bike. So, you know, while you've got effectively the level that's running a little bit slower than some of the later ones, you can do that. But it's just not in my spirit to do that. I want to blow up these tanks. But come on, let's try and get a helicopter. Boom. No boom. Didn't boom and get you. That's a real shit. On the original version of this, sometimes if you have a helicopter in view when you get to the day-night sequence where you've actually killed a couple of bikes, come on, yes, I finally got one. It will pause and wait for the helicopter or the tank to move off the screen. I think it did it more on the helicopters, but that is an artifact that happens. And you know what? While I'm wittering on about maybe Happy Coding could make a Star Wars version of this, a Star Wars skin, you know, actually go balls out, add a third bike, add another bike as well, you know, really up the tempo with what's going on. You know, that was that was one of the best. I thought I was going to get that tank. Yes, I did get that tank. That was one of the best sequences in a Star Wars film, and this game just pays homage to it. So, or nearly, I thought I was going to hit a tree then. So we're doing okay, 12,600 points, because I am getting some of the enemies, and we're only on Sector 3, so if I can get whatever it gives me, be it a tank, be it a helicopter, come on. Oh, I missed. I could have steered into the tree, which would have probably ended it very quickly. But if I could get a tank and a helicopter a couple of times, you know, we're going to be in a position where we are maybe going to be able to do the high score. Right, there's that helicopter. Oh no, that was too hard. That was way too hard. It's just blind luck whether you get them now. It really is just blind luck. Oh, come on, you think you're going to do it, but they are moving so fast as well. The timing is actually a little bit different for them. You know, you're used to be able to do this. You know, you used to have time to steer and do a missile, but everything is so accelerated. What you think is going to be the right way to be doing it, you can't. But you could just see how much faster this is by the timing of those helicopters. There was a lot of helicopters that we got there in sequence, and you know, this wasn't the Queen's Jubilee, and we have a Queen in Great Britain. This wasn't the Queen's Jubilee where we had a flyover, a fly past, or anything else like that to celebrate, you know, by needing all those helicopters. No. This was just a standard version of, you know, the level, and there shouldn't have been so many of them on the original. So it just shows how speeded up this is. Maybe I can get you, tank. Come on. I was going to say that the tanks are easier to get, but you know, I'm really not doing well at getting the tanks. You know, maybe we'll get another one here. Yeah, well, I know we'll get another one at some point. And I hit the bloody biker when I'm trying to hit the tank. Okay, I only want to get over 27,000 points. I would need to do better on this turbo first, because you know, I do believe that I'm a good Deathchase player, and you know, I wouldn't have been able to do this on the original video that I did, because I used to do the commentary separately and not talk and play at the same time. But I've evolved. Fuck it, I've evolved a little bit, and I think that I could achieve my goals. But I really need a tank. I think I should. But the sensible money here is wait for a tank and see. Oh no, see whether we can get a tank, because this is going to get hell on earth after this. It's already quite hard. Yes, I got a tank, by the beard of God. Right, okay, now focus on the biker, which is going to give me $1,000 or 1,000 points, whatever you choose to have a look at. Come on, got you. Oh, I didn't get you. I thought I got you. Here we are. Got that. So 23,000. We need 4,000 more points. We're in Sector 5. We have 5 lives, but we're in a real deep area of the forest now. So it's going to be a little bit of luck. A little bit of luck to get both of them very quickly. But we are on to doing it. If I can just get that fucking helicopter. I was too far behind. You can't get the bikes, as I said, unless you're really close to them, like where we are now. But the same goes for the helicopters. You can't do that. So steer to stay alive. Alright, 26,000. Oh, I thought I was going to be clipped there right at the beginning. Oh no, 26,118. Come on. We need one more good shot on anything. Just one more good shot, and we might be okay. That bike went past my sights. Everything went past my sights. 26,000 points. Yes, have we done it? Oh. Dear God, we've done it. 28,307. My fingers are fucking tingling for this. You know, this is stupidly hard. We're in Sector 6. We've got 2 more sectors to go, and it's just. Oh, I got the tank. Got a bike. That was lucky. He went past the crosshairs there. You know, it's Yeah, this is probably looks really easy when you're looking at it on video, but damn, it died. Oh well, my fingers really are tingling. That probably looks really easy when you're looking at it on this video, but it's not. You know, real tingly finger sensation that we've got here. So that's the end of the gameplay. I have achieved what I wanted to do on Deathchase Turbo from Happy Coding. A great mod. And as I say, if you're listening to this, would you ever consider making an old guy happy, making the gentleman happy, and doing a Star Wars version? Perhaps you would, perhaps you wouldn't. But if you do, thank you. Thank you very much. So what are we going to do now is I do actually want to flip to a web page. I can't move my hands. So, you know, the Patreon URL, scroll by. You know, do a search on Patreon. Do a search for Happy Coding. And this is his page. Yeah, this is where you get, you know, all these games that he does, all these modifications that he does. And on Patreon, you know, you get a little bit about Happy Coding, and then you get some posts that he's got here. And, you know, I would be able to see that post if I clicked join now, because you have members only posts, and you can go on and on scrolling through here. But no, honestly, he does some great stuff. He's not paid me to do this. He's not asked me to do this, although I've asked him to do Star Wars Deathchase. But no, this has been Deathchase Turbo, and this has been absolutely brilliant. My hands are tingling in places they shouldn't be tingling, so I need to go and deal with this. It's from clutching or using that keyboard so bloody intently. But I am the gentleman. This is the Gentleman's Pixel Club. All of you stay safe. All of you take care. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.
You like to play again?